What's going on, guys? It is Tuesday. This is not normally the day that I'm out shooting video. This video is going to be a little bit different. We're in the Ram 1500. We reviewed the the 2019 Ram Rebel not too long ago, and then again the 2019 Ram Lone Star. This is the 2019 Ram Laramie, and to give you an idea of what's going on in this video, this week is the week right before Christmas. I know this video is going to come out in like 3 to 4 weeks, but as I'm filming it, it's the week right before Christmas, so it's a busy week for me. Not going to have time on my normal day to film. I usually like to drive the car for almost the entire week and do my video on the last week, or on the last day of the week. So every day we're going to take a few minutes out of the day and hit different parts of the vehicle, and at the end of the week I'll have a full review for you guys. And since I've driven this vehicle multiple times now, I think I'm pretty well versed in it, and we can take a look at the differences between the ones I've already driven and this one. But yeah, we're going to take a look around the truck today, then we're going to jump in and take a drive and get home. All right, so we're going to take a look at more of the interior tomorrow, which is just going to be a cut scene away for you guys. But I hope you are going to enjoy this format. Please leave me a thumbs up right now if you're excited to see the rest of the video. Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday, day 2 with the Ram 1500, and today we're going to check out what's under the hood. But I'm at the office, so that means I'm in the middle of downtown with a lot of noise, a lot of construction going on, so we're going to get out, trying to find a location that's a little bit quieter and check out what powers this thing. All right, so we're not that much out of downtown, but this is gonna have to do. Still a little bit noisy with traffic. Let's pop that hood. Now you might be able to tell from the badging on the side, this is a 5.7 liter Hemi under the hood, so it's not gonna be too big of a surprise. All right, so you can probably hear it running. That's at idle, obviously. I have my cheat sheet here because, again, I haven't spent the full week with it, and we're just kind of going off the cuff. But it is the 5.7 liter Hemi. This truck is offered with multiple different options. You get a 3.6 liter V6, I believe. You get the 5.7 Hemi, and I believe you can get this one also in the Eco Diesel, which is one of my personal favorite options. This one also has the 8-speed automatic transmission. So of course it doesn't have the horsepower or torque ratings on my cheat sheet here, but I know those are important, so I'll put those right up here. Yeah, that's the engine under the hood for this one, so let's move on. Just as a quick side note here, it is only day 2, and look how dirty this thing is. That's something that is just a constant thing I have to deal with when doing pictures and reviews. After a week of driving it, you got to give it a really good wash to get a good video out of it. This week we're not worrying about it. I got you some good exterior video yesterday, and this thing is just going to be dirty. All right, guys, well, that's it for today. And tomorrow we're going to look at the interior. There's a lot to look at here with technology, with comfort, with materials. There's just a lot to go over. So tomorrow is going to be a fun one, and looking forward to it. See ya.
Sometimes I make this life thing harder than it needs to be.
All right, guys, it's Thursday. It's day 3 with the Ram 1500 Laramie, and today we're going to be checking out the interior of this truck, which is good because it's really windy and getting a lot colder outside than it has been. So I'm happy to be in here with my heated seat on and the heater on. Now, I'd like to quickly say I hope this all works out. Obviously, I don't know how it's going in the final video because I haven't edited it yet, but I hope you guys are enjoying this format, at least for this vehicle. If you are, leave a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and let me know that you like it or you don't like it so I can know to try it more often or never try it again. But let's jump into the interior. So in this truck we get this brown and tan combination. The materials are really good. It's not my favorite look. I like the suede. The different patterns and materials being used in the seats and throughout the cabin are really nice. It's just not my favorite color scheme. I would much rather have, if it's going to be leather like this, like the saddle leather, the much darker browns. I really like the black interiors. The black and red interior that was in the Rebel was really nice, but if it was all like black and gray, something like that, that's more my style. That's not saying that this isn't a great interior. That's just my style. So take that for what it's worth. All right, so there is a ton of features and a ton packed into this truck. First of all, let's take a look at that big 12-inch display. All right, and when I say big, I'm not kidding. It's a 12-inch display. It's full height. It splits 2 different things from top to bottom, or if you're looking at certain things, it will take up the entire screen. So you can have them split. You can have the full screen. It's really nice. It's really responsive. The touch screen features are really nice. And all the user interfaces, obviously you see it has Apple CarPlay, but all these user interfaces are really great. It is the Uconnect system, and I've said many times Uconnect is one of the best infotainment systems out there. So I have no complaints on the controls or anything else in that case. You can hit your backup camera. This does have the 360 cameras, so you get the full bird's eye view of your truck and backup camera. And then you can swap between different cameras here, including to for like hitching up your trailer or whatever. And I've also said I really like these 360 cameras, especially on big vehicles, and this is a big vehicle and I need that 360 camera with this thing. Another feature in this truck that is either liked or not liked, I'm pretty indifferent on it. I think it's good to, as far as getting the shifter out of your console, to have a bigger console and save space. You got this little rotary shifter here for putting you in gear. This is a 4-wheel drive model, so you're running 2-wheel drive, which is the rear wheels, and then you can swap it to 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, or 4-wheel low, depending on what you're doing. You also have a hill descent feature and a axle lock. So this does have the push button start. You also get the keyless entry with a remote, which is really nice. Another great feature is this little button right here, which folds your mirrors in automatically. It would be nice if it did it every time you turned off the car by itself, but at least you got a button to close those mirrors in. You also have this great display behind the steering wheel for all your information as you're driving. As you can see, we can change it from the radio to messages, a screen setup, speedometer, vehicle info, and then once you're inside of here, you can swap it out on different types of info. Driver's assist, this does have lane keep assist that will try to keep you in the lane. It also has radar guided cruise control, which is fantastic. I love having radar guided cruise control. And fuel economy, obviously you see we're averaging 14.6 miles to the gallon with a range of 310 miles left. And like I said, this is day 3 of driving it, and I probably average maybe 60-70 miles a day. So if that's helpful to you, you have that information. You also get a full 110 outlet down here to plug in maybe like a laptop charger or something else. As far as storage goes, there is plenty of storage. We have a massive console. You also get this little extra cubby that's lined, which is nice, and obviously a decent sized glove box. But let's look at this console. So first things first is to take some of this stuff that I got on here off. All right, hopefully you can see this pretty well. This is a little tray that slides in and out. You got obviously your cup holders and another little tray back here. This thing goes all the way back, and then you have this with another USB port, and back here this accesses this tray, or as you slide all the way, and this goes pretty deep, which, like I keep saying, is a massive amount of space. All right, I am going to move into the back seat, and we'll talk about the back seat really quickly. All right, so I talked about this in my other Ram videos, but it always amazes me every time I jump in the back seat of one of these things how much room you actually have. It's a massive cabin. You got a lot of room in the front, and even at my driving position, I still have tons of room back here. Let me get you maybe a better angle of that. Look at that. Look at all that room. Back here you also get, it's going to be hard to show. So back here you also get USB ports and USB-C ports and a 115 volt 400 watt plug. Now of course, just because you're in the back seat, Ram doesn't skimp on the materials and quality. You still have really nice leather seats back here, good trims in the door, and this panoramic roof comes all the way back almost. But it's pretty nice. You got a couple of speakers up here. Thing I didn't talk about when I was talking about the infotainment system, this does have the Harman Kardon speaker system, which sounds really good. One other cool feature about these back seats is what Ram calls the Ram bin, I guess, and you can lift up these seats and you have extra storage underneath there. You also have storage down here under the floor mat, so if you're carrying something that's super important, a lot of people wouldn't know about these, so cool stuff. Always love storage. All right, well, that's about a wrap for today. There is a ton in this interior. I think I covered a lot of it. If I missed anything, leave a comment down below. Let me know what I missed. But again, this is a really fantastic truck. This is the mid-tier truck level, so it's a pretty nice interior for being a mid-tier. Tomorrow we're going to cover the drive. We're going to cover the price and competition out there and what I think, how this fits in the market. Obviously, if you've seen my other Ram reviews, you'll probably already know. But we're going to cover all that tomorrow, which again is just going to be another cut for you guys. So I'll see you then. All right, guys, let's try to wrap this up. Let's look at the price sheet and go over a little bit more on price and competition. So the base price for a Ram 1500 Laramie is $45,695. The way this one's spec'd out, it is $65,070. That's with optional equipment such as Patriot Blue Pearl paint, which is the paint job on here, which I really like. Leather trimmed bucket seats. It's got the advanced safety group for $1,600, which gives you that adaptive cruise control, advanced braking assist, full speed forward collision warning, plus lane departure warning system, parallel and prep park assist, and then that surround view camera. Another option is the bed utility group, which has the adjustable tie downs, box lighting, and the spray and bed liner. That's $945. We have the off-road group for $795, which has the E-locker rear axle, front suspension skid plate, the fuel tank skid plate, and a whole list of other stuff. One of the big options on here for $4,595 is the Laramie Level 2 equipment group, which has the 19-speaker Harman Kardon premium sound system, auto high beam headlights, blind spot cross path detection, HD radio, heated seats, heated steering wheel, the remote tailgate release. Then you have that 5.7 liter Hemi V8 engine under the hood is an optional upgrade, which is $1,200. This dual pane panoramic sunroof is an option for $1,300. The power running boards are options for $1,000. It's got a 33-gallon fuel tank, which is an option for $500, which is really good. So the four-corner air suspension is an option for $1,800. The Ram Box cargo management system is an option for $1,000. The Uconnect system with navigation is a $1,000 option. Fuel economy in this is rated at 15 miles per gallon city and 21 miles per gallon highway, with a combined of 17 miles per gallon. We're averaging 14.3 with our 4 days in this vehicle. Granted, that's doing a lot of sitting here idle, talking to you guys and things like that. I'm out driving like I normally am, and I am driving through the city, and for a lot of trucks this is something you don't like to be doing. It can be very, this is a big truck, wide and long. You got the bigger mirrors, and we're talking about pretty close narrow streets. But driving the 2019 Ram 1500 through the city streets is actually no problem. It's got very easy steering. You are up and above, so you can see everything really well. When you're in parking lots, you can use your 360 camera to help out. You have a lot of information at your fingertips. You've got your big 12-inch touchscreen with navigation on it and things like that. You've got your displays right up here behind the steering wheel. So being the driver in this vehicle is definitely not an issue. And when it's time to quickly get in front of somebody, hitting that gas pedal and waking up that Hemi engine is done with ease. Now, as far as towing with the Ram, I haven't towed with a Ram truck for a couple of years, so obviously not this 2019, but when I did, it was pretty effortless, and they've done a lot to make that even better, so I see no issues with this being a weekend tower or even towing as a work truck. This is Texas, so we're basically always driving in two-wheel drive to help with fuel economy. So I use the four-wheel auto with the Lone Star, basically just on wet roads for a little extra security to make sure that those rear wheels with not much weight back there weren't gonna spin me out in the slick roads. But other than that, leaving it in two-wheel drive is fine. I have taken different Ram trucks off-road during our truck rodeo events. I didn't go this last year, so I didn't drive the 2019 off-road, but for other Rams I have, and I had no issues. These are really solid built trucks. You can feel it when you drive, and that's why it's one of my favorite trucks to be driving. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie. If it's what you would choose, or would you choose that Rebel or Lone Star, or are you going all out with the Laramie Longhorn? Either way, I had a ton of fun in this truck. I really like these Ram trucks, as you know, as I've said. So if you're looking for a recommendation, I definitely recommend one of these. I actually think, especially if you're here in Texas, I like that Lone Star. I think it actually is a little bit cheaper, but probably just as nice as this thing. Of course, if you're looking for a great truck and you don't want a Ram, Ford, I think, makes the next best set of trucks. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're into car reviews and truck reviews and things like that, please make sure you subscribe. We've got a new review coming out every week. We got a lot of fun stuff planned for 2019. So hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching, guys.